Let's go! It's time!
Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle, we unite and tripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we.
Oh, I wanted to catch you guys off guard. So
You did, man. I was looking at my telephone.
So, welcome to another episode of Bengals Brews. I am Dale Lutman, joined by Greg Luther and Port Chopolis. Greg sporting the new Bengals and Brews logo T-shirt, courtesy of the Chop Shop. Got to check that out.
Shout out to Tyler and happy birthday to Tyler. So thank you for coming up with the logo, bro.
Yeah, TikTok Tyler.
Yeah, there's so many Tylers. Tyler Bowles, Santori.
Yeah. Also, that motherfucker, Tyler Kelly, Mr. Tramp Stamp.
Tyler, the reason I didn't use your last name because I cannot pronounce. Is it Mindering?
Yeah,
close. You asking me for it?
Mindering.
Okay, sorry about that. Tyler, if you're watching this, man, sorry if I didn't pronounce it right.
He's not watching, Greg. He don't care.
And we are sponsored here by
50 West. Fucking getting laid right now.
Yeah, and we here are sponsored by 50 West Beer and Midwest Best Barbecue.
Why don't you take a sip of the barbecue?
What?
Yeah, take a sip.
Yeah, take a sip of the barbecue.
I don't want to take no sip, man. I want to keep it. This is my thing that I use for the show.
Well, I didn't say you had to chug the whole thing and get rid of it.
Buddy, man, when you sip barbecue, Dale, you don't tell a bear just to have a sip of honey, Dale. He's going to eat the whole thing.
I actually don't usually talk to bears, but Chop has before.
I have talked to a bear a couple different times, but it was back in my 20s. And
when I was the cocaine bear.
Oh, yeah, the cocaine bear. And also a guy named Ralph.
Oh.
Who's also a bear. But that was back in the day, and I'm past that now and move on.
Is this true? You really talked to a bear? I believe it.
Were you on anything, Chop, when you talked to the bear, or did you meet?
No, so when I was a bartender, one of the guys that come into the bar all the time was, he was LGBTQ, and he told me that I should go down to this bear club.
Oh, that type of bear.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what a fucking bear club was, man.
Okay.
I went to the bear club, and I talked to a lot of bears. They're okay, man. They're cool guys. They're like us. I'm a bear.
Yeah.
We're all bears. It's like a bear. It's like Bengals and beers and bears, and it's like we're all bears. It's like bigger dudes,
Did you join the bear club and become like a bear member?
I mean, what happens in the bear club stays in the bear club, Dale.
That's fair. I figured maybe the statute of limitations was up.
It was a long time ago.
All right. Well,
it was in my 20s. I experimented with lots of things.
Who's the milkman? Is that you, Greg? Or are you the milkman?
I suppose so, Parker. Parker, I'm the sauce man now, Parker. Until I get a milk sponsor, which I'm cool with, I'm the sauce man now.
Greg, why don't you go get a piece of ass out of your refrigerator and put that sauce on it? And get some saucy ass.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. I got some ass in my fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that your wife works at Savati's, you're probably giving Greg a run for his money on
my wife's always
ass.
Bringing home. My wife works where they make the ass.
Yep.
They got lots of ass. She's always bringing me home some ass. Boy, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
I mean, she does. It's just not the kind you'd prefer. I mean, you like that kind too, but hey.
Yeah, I do. I think I remember. Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to preview some of the games. Oh, Tyler Bowles, new member.
Oh, thanks, Tyler. You're a new member.
Parker was a member. Now we got 2 active members.
We got 2 active members.
I think we have 2 other members at some point. They might still be members, but they're not usually in the chat.
And it's nationwide, though, because one of them's out in Utah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about the announcement that we did on Twitter that we are part of, the Project Game Day as Bengals and Bourbon 1 and 2 start. So it's kind of in the early works. Not a lot we can talk about, but there may be something draft related, an event during the draft coming up that will help with this. And we also have somebody who's already committed to 4 of the 8 games and donating tickets. So definitely something we're wanting to do. If you didn't see the announcement on Twitter, basically what it is just some of us that tailgate in Lot 1, we're wanting to do something to help, our military veterans and also adults with disabilities, like the Cincy Hat works with a lot and things like that. Maybe even work a little with them. Who knows? But so that's something we're going to try to, provide tickets to. We'll try to choose a winner, which is going to be hard to do. I hate having to do
Right.
submissions for here's why this person would be a good candidate. It's so hard to say no to anybody, but we'll try to pick, a story that maybe touches us or whatever. So you can follow Project Game Day on Twitter. You can send in those DMs for somebody you think, and we'll try to get to them for one of the 8 home games this season. We're going to try to be able to cover all 8 games for that person and a guest to provide them tickets. And, hopefully, they could come tailgate with us in Lot 1, just provide a nice, cool experience, maybe some swag bags from some places that we partner with. Just try to make the experience as cool as possible. And like I said, this is Matt Schultz, Bengals and Bourbon's original idea, so I want to give him a lot of the credit for it. We've just been, we're going to try to help with it here and there, and just do what we can to try to, provide a cool experience for some people that maybe otherwise wouldn't get an opportunity to have that experience of going to Bengals games. So,
Yeah,
it'll be exciting.
absolutely.
Yeah, we were going to go to we were just going to go to Midwest Best and watch the draft, and 3 hours later we're doing a big fucking charity event. It's going to be great.
Chop, you're giving away way too much there. That was part of the we're going to hold off fun.
Oh, I was sleeping. I might be wrong.
That was right before the show. Greg's like, should we
What?
talk about?
Oh, I was.
Well, there may be something coming up.
Hold on, fucking rewind.
But it's something that's in talks, I'll say, that there could be something for a draft with a certain amount of tickets where food, beer would be provided. And then we'd also have raffles and maybe some special guests at the event. That is something that may be in the process, and we'll get further details.
Joe Burrow.
It's
Just
mayy, but
giving away more shit.
This has literally just been an idea that we have just started, talking about. But since that was a Twitter account was created to where you can follow that way to get updates for events and stuff, I wanted to mention it for anybody watching. So
Man, you guys do all kind of shit while I'm sleeping.
yeah,
Yeah, I fucked up, man. I fucked this one up. I'm gonna hear from HR, from Bengals and Brews HR now, huh?
Yeah, we don't have that, so you're good.
Well, real quick, tell me everything I'm not supposed to say.
Basically anything beyond that, there is a Twitter account set up with further details coming and the general basis of what the project's about, which I already said.
Well, if anybody hasn't heard, we got something maybe coming up.
What a tease, ladies and gentlemen! What a tease!
What a tease.
Oh, poor Chop, man. But
Man.
We love you, Chop.
We're very excited, and it may continue part of the partnership that we already have with, Midwest, and we'll see 50 West, which beer's provided there. So even if 50 West isn't directly involved, they may be indirectly involved anyway. So
Yeah, because we're all going to be drinking their beer.
exactly. So Tyler says he's HR, and you're forgiven.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you, Tyler.
You can make a Cake Gang shirt for the Chop Shop.
Oh yeah, I got a candle on there that's Greg's ass, scented like Greg's ass, freezer ass, Greg's freezer ass.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
also during the off season, as long as you're talking about 50 West and Midwest, they're giving us some gift cards to give away during the off season. So make sure everybody watches here, and we'll be giving away gift cards for both those places.
Absolutely.
We'll probably do a little trivia or something like that just to get a winner during the shows at different points throughout this off season.
Yeah, the trivia is, how long did it take to shave Chop's balls on air?
Or we could go, how long before Chop said something he shouldn't have?
Right, yeah.
on the episode announcing Project Game Day.
God damn.
Oh, well, Chop. It's perfectly
I
fine.
had another
No, you're
project
cool.
going on. It's called Project Fuck Up.
Parker said we're going to ship out some 50 West. I don't know, Parker. Maybe Greg would. He loves you.
Greg probably
Well,
would.
to Parker, man, I'm not the best at shipping, man. I don't know how to ship a pencil, so I'll try to do something.
What the fuck?
But,
You know how to ship a wrench? If you can ship a wrench, you can ship a ball.
That's true. No, Parker, man.
that is the saying.
Parker, text me sometime, man, and we'll try to work something out, man.
Yeah. You like literally go to the post office, Greg, with your item, and you say, "I want to mail this to this address."
Yeah, the problem is that it's going to weigh a lot, and it's going to cost me like $40 to ship.
You don't care. You don't
It's a
love Parker that
sacrifice.
much?
You don't love Parker?
I love him $30 for it, just not their $40.
Oh, okay. The cutoff is 30, Parker. Sorry.
Yeah, so maybe it's just 2 beers. You could probably send 2 beers out there.
Two
for
beers.
That.
Yeah.
Maybe not a
2
6-pack.
2 beers.
Yeah, send him 2 beers.
Yeah. No, I'll send you 2 beers, Parker. I'll send you a half drink beer.
But
Give him that one that's sitting on your desk.
So, and Parker said he'll spot you the $10. Meet in the middle there. You pay 30, he'll pay the extra 10 if it comes to it. Yeah, Chop is pretending to drink beer.
No, I'm drinking it through.
Oh, yeah. You hear the noises. That definitely makes it legit, 100%.
Man,
So, it's kind of a double-edged sword here. We wanted to preview the playoffs. Kind of sucks because we're not in it. We've been in it. It's been nice to be in the playoffs, making a playoff run. Unfortunately, this year we don't have that. But guess what? We're going to make a hell of one next year to make up for it. I have full faith in that.
yeah, next year I don't know if a lot of people don't know this. They might not have known it's happening, but next year we're winning the Super Bowl in the Superdome.
Fiji ask here real quick before we get into this. And we'll get questions throughout, too, that you guys want to ask. How excited to see Mike Sanderstill in this Bengals secondary and go blue. Congratulations to Michigan for winning the national championship. First off, I hate to have to say that,
Yeah.
but they had a great season. I'm not one of these haters that are like, well, they cheated their way to the top. You have to go out on the field and play football, and they went out and done that and won football games.
15 of them.
And played great, beat Bama, beat Washington, 2 very good deserving playoff teams this year. So Michael Penix played awful in that game,
Yes, he
but
did.
that's a credit to Michigan's defense. Michigan had an excellent defense almost all season. The craziest thing is Kyle McCord from the Buckeyes ended up putting up like the most yards against Michigan all season. And he was basically ran out of town by Ohio State. So that's kind of crazy, to think about. But congratulations. And Mikey Sanders still is a hell of a player, probably more of a slot corner in the NFL. I love how much he'll get in there. He's the smaller kind of on the side of like a Mike Hilton type. A lot of people are like, yeah, but I don't want another Michigan corner because Dax Hill's angle taking and DJ Turner's ball skills. And it's like, dude, you cannot just say, well, that player,
Right.
has some issues, so this player's horrible. I think Sanders still would be a good pick if he's there in anywhere between the 3rd to 5th rounds. He's probably in consideration because Mike Hilton will be coming up on his last year of his deal. So at some point you want to get a good slot corner in there. I wouldn't hate it. I like the player. I think he's a very good player.
Man, I don't give a fuck what school they come from. They come play for the Bengals and do a good job. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. And we'll talk a lot more about all these positions, Dax Hill, DJ
A
Turner.
couple times.
Yeah, a lot throughout
Yeah.
this offseason.
We're going to fucking drill it into your head. I'm
But
tired of
since-
hearing this shit.
Since we still have football and we have the super wild card weekend, as it's
Yeah.
called now, since they added another game in there. Starts on Saturday. Is the first game at 4:00 between the Browns and Texans?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. And if I'm wrong on that, chat, please correct me. But we got the Cleveland Browns making the playoffs as the 5 seed going up against the Houston Texans, who won the AFC South. The Browns are actually 2.5-point favorites on what I have. If that line's changed or different books have different numbers, but I have the Browns as 2.5 favorites at Houston. So we'll just start there. We got C.J. Stroud, incredible rookie season. DeMeco Ryans is my coach of the year. There's other good candidates, including Stefanski, who is the coach of the Browns, and also Dan Campbell for the Lions. But just starting with Stroud, Flacco has come in and played great for them. Just some things overall, like offense and defense. The Texans are the 12th overall offense. The Browns are 16th overall offense. Texans 14th overall defense. And the Browns first overall defense. And that is yards per game.
Wow.
So I think the big matchup to me, and going off of that, is C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, Houston's offense.
Yeah.
Versus Cleveland's number one defense for this season. Can Houston move the ball? And they're even better in the pass game. So the Texans are 7th in pass, 22nd in rushing yards. So it's going to be moving the ball through the air. The Browns are first in pass defense. So can the 7th ranked, for the season offense passing throw the ball against first ranked passing defense of the Cleveland Browns? So that's my big thing there. I think Nico Collins, if it's Denzel Ward, whoever's on him, Newsome, all the guys, that Cleveland has, they have very good defense. What are you guys' thoughts on the game overall, matchups, whatever? I'll let you start, Greg. Just what's your thoughts on Browns at Texans for the first
like I say, the Browns are the team that I just want to see out so badly. I just do not want to see the Browns advance, but the Browns are a hot team right now, with Flacco playing well and, that defensive line they have. I mean, that's maybe, you could argue, the best defensive line in the league, or at least in the top 5. Stroud, for the Texans, honestly, for the Texans to win the game, Stroud's got to play 100%. He's just got to get the ball out there. But I tell you what, Emerson, by the way, I was a big fan of Emerson coming out of the draft, and he's just been tearing it up ever since he's been with Cleveland. So Cleveland's defensive backs are really playing 100%. Denzel Ward, the problem with him is you don't know if he can stay healthy or not or anything. So it's in the receivers, I know the Texans receivers are not top-notch receivers or anything.
Nico Collins had a top-notch year. He had 80 catches, almost right at 1,300 yards.
Right.
Matt Walker, YouTube member. Man, I appreciate you guys.
I know.
Appreciate it, Matt. Tyler,
Thanks,
thank you so much, guys. But yeah, no, like I say, it's, C.J. Stroud, man, let's hope he's 100% healthy, man. I mean, I'm pulling for the Texans 100%, man, to beat the Browns, but it's still going to be tough, man. The Browns, man, have been a lights-out team here these last couple of games. Don't know how. Just Flacco's playing out of his mind. They gotta contain Flacco. Bottom line.
Yeah, and also like Jerome Ford, for the Browns, been very good. 813 yards, 4 touchdowns, and that's rushing. He's also been targeted 63 times in the past game, 44 catches, another 319 yards, and 5 more touchdowns. So him stepping up for Nick Chubb has been huge for that team. And Joe Flacco's played incredible too. Chubb, you got any thoughts?
That's the only
on this
part of
game?
the Browns that I don't mind seeing doing good, man, is Jerome Ford. It's not that I'm a big UC guy, but I'm a Cincinnati guy, You guys know I like LSU, but my second team would be Cincinnati, so I like seeing Jerome Ford do good. But that being said, fuck the Browns.
Yeah.
I hope to fucking go down to Texas and get a mud hole stomped right in their ass. I hope C.J. Stroud pulls it out. I hope he beats the odds. I hope he has I hope they win at least one playoff game, because the Browns. But it's not going to be fucking easy, just like you said, and I agree with Dale. It's going to be C.J. Stroud versus that secondary. And also, is that guy from Ohio State playing still for the Browns, the right tackle?
He was
I know.
I don't know. Yeah, I think he's out for the season. Yeah, I like this comment real quick. Chop and I'll let you finish. Crip says, "Could you imagine growing up a Bills fan? I got my Goodberry hat on.
Yeah.
I didn't have a hat on. And this one was down here, and I figured, why not support Glenn? Because we're going to talk about that matchup with the Steelers this weekend.
Yeah.
So they're playing the Steelers. Of course, I'm going to be rooting for the Bills anyway.
Hell yeah!
But imagine how far I could sling a dildo if I grew up in Buffalo.
We could have dildo slinging fucking competitions down there in Lot 1
for sure. Chop, any other thoughts on the matchup? I mean, Amari Cooper.
I just think it's going to be a fucking hard. It's going to be a rough time for C.J. Stroud, man, in the Texans. But I hope they pull it out. And Joe Flacco, first of all, fuck that guy, but he's on fire. He's doing really good. Motherfucker's 38 years old, right?
Mhm.
And he's probably playing better right now than he was when he was 28 and he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's played really well for them. He is still prone to some turnovers. He's not super mobile. He's never been super mobile, but he gets the job done. He's got a big arm. His big arm still plays at 38 years old when he wants to throw that ball downfield.
Let me just say,
Goodwin is an underrated target for them also for the long ball.
I might be like, fuck the Browns, but I want to say on a personal note, I feel good for all their fans right now that fucking piece of shit's not their quarterback, and they can at least root for a fucking team that doesn't have that fucking horrible person.
I feel happy for the long-suffering fans who didn't support Deshaun, but the ones who were like, well, he's our quarterback now, got to support him.
Yeah, I know.
No, you don't have to support somebody like that. So I don't feel good for them. Fuck them.
I mean, I'm saying the fans in general, I guess, you know.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I'm just clarifying it from my viewpoint.
It's so sad that, let's say, if they did somehow win everything, he would still get a ring. That fucking horrible piece of shit.
They're not getting a ring. They're not winning at all. I'm sorry.
No, fucking.
I can't see it.
Both of the AFC, all three of the teams from the North are going to get out in the first round. Fuck them. Well, except for the Ravens because they got to bye. But next week, fuck them.
Amari Cooper, obviously big target for the Browns. 1,250 receiving yards. That's 10th in the NFL. Very good season for him. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. But Njoku, to me, has been most impressive with Flacco. So he ended the season with 882 receiving yards, 81 catches. By far the best season that he's had.
Right.
But it took Flacco for him really, really to come on down the stretch. And just he's like a go-to guy in that offense for them. So, and I mean, he had that how, he got the burns and the fire, all this stuff. I like David Njoku. There's something about him. He seems like a likable guy. So I will say good for Njoku. I'm glad he had a breakout season. But, yeah, as Matt Walker says, F the Browns.
Yeah, right.
Overall, this is a head versus heart. My head tells me I would give the edge to the Browns just based on the way they're playing, the incredible defense they've had, the way they've pulled out these late games somehow out of their butt. And C.J. Stroud being a rookie, but at the same point in time, my heart's like C.J. Stroud's a Buckeye. I like C.J. Stroud. I like the Texans. It's nice to have a team that goes from picking, second overall to the playoffs, hosting a home playoff game. I feel like, that's a story that we relate to as Bengals fans. So my heart is pulling for the Texans in this game, but my head's telling me the Browns. I'm going to go. I just think it's going to be tough, but I still think that there's going to be points put on the board. It's not going to be super low scoring, but I'd say the Browns pulled out. Their field goal kicker's been really good. I'll say they went on a field goal at the end of the game, 24-21, and then I'll get your prediction. So I'm going to say Browns 24-21, but I hope I'm wrong. Greg, what's your prediction?
Yeah, that could easily happen, man. I mean, that Browns kicker, remember when Kay York got cut and, the guy from San Diego who just got cut, and he's just been kicking out of his mind lately. That field goal kicker has just been doing a hell of a job this year for Cleveland. So, but yeah, it's going to be close. I wouldn't be surprised either way with what happens. I'm you know what? I'm just going to I'm going to say 24-21 Houston. Now, I hope I'm right this time.
Yeah, and if that happens, I could see like Nico Collins, Stroud obviously having good games.
Yeah.
The two X factors for the Texans to me are Devin Singletary. They need to be able to run the ball some. That he ran it really well against us, but so did everyone else in the NFL.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Dalton Schultz at tight end. So beyond Nico Collins, I think Dalton Schultz moving the chains, the third down catches, the things like that. I think he could be a key weapon for Stroud and the Texans. Chop, what's your prediction for Browns Texans?
24-17. Texans.
All right. So we got two people going, and that's probably more heart, but I get it, man. I so much want to pick them. My guy Kevin here is with me. He thinks the Browns are going to win.
Probably.
Yeah, Fiji says, I'm rooting for the Texans and Lions, so they'll both probably lose this weekend.
That's
Matt
right.
agrees with them. And guess what? I agree with both of you as well. That's exactly the two teams that I'm rooting for in the playoffs.
You're right. I need to put money on them.
There's no way they're going to win.
Right. That's
Maybe
what I'm going
they'll
to go
win
put.
this weekend. They both have a chance to win this weekend, but I don't see either of them making deep playoff runs.
Yeah, as soon as we get off here, I'm putting money on the Steelers, and putting money on the Browns, and I'm putting money on Baltimore.
Yes, Baltimore's not even playing.
Well, I'm just saying to win the Super Bowl.
I was going to say, put it on them to win it all because,
That's
right
what
now
I'm
they
saying.
look like a tank, and it looks like they're getting Mark Andrews back, which is incredible news for them.
Yes, it is. Fucking Pittsburgh's. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves. Pittsburgh's getting back Minka Fitzpatrick too.
Are they?
Yeah.
But they're without T.J. Watt, and I think if you could, who would you rather have?
Right.
Obviously, Steelers would rather have T.J. Watt. I mean, first team All-Pro as that got announced. Trey Henderson didn't even make second team that week.
Boo. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
100%.
Well, because Myles Garrett got in there.
Well, he was first team. I can't
You
completely hate
can't.
that.
No, that's fine. I mean, but come on.
Because what Garrett does is a two-way player, and the impact he makes, and even special teams, he's a phenomenal player. And T.J. Watt, was the sack leader over Hendrickson. So I'm okay with the first-team guys. Max Crosby, great player. I'm not knocking him, but that's one that made it over him. And then Micah Parsons. I didn't think Parsons he's very good, don't get me wrong, and had a good season, but I don't think he had the season he had last year. And I think Trey had a better season. I think Trey should have got in over either one of those guys that made the second team. That's the problem I had with that.
Yeah, well, that's what I brought up earlier is that, I just don't think people recognize Trey. And quietly, he's just like a fucking assassin out there. You know what I mean? I think the other teams that come into town or that played against the Bengals, they accounted for Trey. But the NFL in general, I mean, he was like tied for second, right? With 17 and a half with Josh Allen.
Yeah. Yep.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, I just think he was deserving. I really do.
Yeah.
He gets overlooked all the time, but, he's a great player. At least we can recognize the greatness and appreciate it.
I'm glad to have him.
Yeah.
Me as well. And then the other game, the Saturday night game, is the Dolphins at Chiefs. That one has potential to be very, very fun. Dolphins first overall offense. The Chiefs are 9th overall. Dolphins are 10th overall defense, and the Chiefs are the 2nd overall defense. So you talk about a matchup of just like two really, really good teams. The problem with that is the Dolphins are really hurting with injuries right now.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs haven't looked that good in general. They haven't looked like the same Chiefs.
The other problem is the Dolphins play in Miami, and they said it's going to be like fucking freezing ass cold, like super cold in Kansas City.
Let me just say about this. They're complaining about playing in negative 5 degrees. So
is that what it's going to be?
Like -5, but no. When the Bengals was actually this actually happened on my birthday, right when I was born, January 10th, 1987. Bengals played a game when it was -10 degrees. So I'm like, I don't want to hear that, I mean, but no, I get it. I'm just kidding. I get it. Would you guys want to? Let me ask you guys this. I mean, obviously I go because I'm nuts, but
I'd go.
Would you guys go? I would go.
Oh, yeah. Especially a playoff game. Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
I'd still go. I don't even go because I'm nuts. That's just how
it'd be hard for me to miss a playoff game, if
no way.
All things being like there's no issues where I can't go, then I'd want to be there for sure. Regardless of the weather. That's what all the extra layers and this and that are for. And beer. We're Bengals and Brews, man. You get enough brews in you, you're good.
Yeah.
That weather don't bother you.
No doubt.
But the Dolphins, I mean, obviously really like their offense. Tyreek Hill, incredible season. Raheem Mostert at running back, incredible season for a 30-plus-year-old running back. Devin A-Chain, just incredible job as a rookie. I mean, he's had some injuries, but when he plays, super explosive in the run game and the pass game. So their offense is dynamic. Jalen Waddle as well as the number 2. I think he's going to be healthy, but he's been dinged up some. So is Tyreek. But the offense is not the worry as much as the defense. Like they have like 3 linebackers on injured reserve. And then when they were playing that game late against Baltimore and they got Chubb injured, Bradley Chubb out for the season. I think that's going to hurt them a lot. So the injuries on their defense, but at the same point in time, the Chiefs haven't looked like the same Chiefs. Can the Chiefs flip that switch being in the playoffs? Probably, because of the refs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, we see it year after year. Some bullshit ass calls, and not even this game. Like, they might beat the Dolphins, I don't know. But I could see the Dolphins sticking with them. But if it's a sloppy game, that's not in the Dolphins' favor. Even though the Chiefs aren't known for running the ball, the Chiefs' run game is their offensively is 19th running the ball. So they're also more of a passing team, whereas the Dolphins are 6th running the ball. So maybe the Dolphins, if they just run the ball and grind it out, maybe with Mostert and HA. But that should be interesting. The weather could definitely play a big factor in that game, like you talked about.
Well, you got the Dolphins used to play Miami. Remember when way you could argue. Remember when? So I forget. There's 2 separate freezer games. There was the 182. Bengals were playing San Diego. Remember when San Diego came over here? They're used to San Diego weather, and the Bengals, to intimidate them, rolled up their sleeves.
Yeah.
That was. I wonder if Kansas City would do a similar thing or something like that.
I doubt it.
But what I would do is go dicks out in pregame.
Yep.
That's right. Just have your fucking testicles hanging out.
Hey.
Just walk around with dicks out in that cold and
Right.
be like, look, we're not afraid to show shrivelage.
Right.
So bring it. If you go dicks out, that is going to get the heads of the other team. I can promise you that.
What if fucking Miami comes up there and they go dicks out?
That would be a bold statement as well. That's
Yes,
what I'm
it
saying.
would.
Whoever wants to go dicks out, if someone goes dicks out pregame, I'm putting all my money on that team.
That's exactly right. We're looking for pregame dicks out.
Yes. The Dick Bowl. Instead of the freezer bowl,
the
we've got
Dick Bowl.
the Dick Bowl.
Bowl and the GETA. What the fuck is that state? GETA, is that right? Or GHETA? Oh, fuck Kansas City.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, player-wise, Travis Kelce, it's like, oh, he hasn't had a great year. He still has 93 catches and 984 yards. But him being like number 1 or 2 as their primary receiver for him, it seems like a down year. And it's kind of been later, right? Like later in the season, he's seemed to not be as productive as earlier in the season. Rashee Rice, though, as a rookie, really came on for them. And Isaiah Pacheco, 4.6 yards per carry, 11th in the NFL. So they don't run the ball a ton, but when they do, he's a pretty good running back.
You don't need to tell me. I've seen him enough. I mean, he was on my fantasy team this year, and he did well for me.
One guy that made All-Pro was Trent McDuffie, too. And I tweeted out, that one hurt me because I really like McDuffie.
Oh, me too.
So did you, Greg. And so, like, him making it kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
Hey, him and Karlaftis, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so their defense, being second in the NFL, just behind the Browns, who we all look at as incredible. They're cheap. They don't really get enough love, but they've been really good this year. So we'll see. I like that. The second-ranked defense going up against the first-ranked offense for the season.
Yeah,
so,
that is good.
I kind of wish the weather wasn't happening because
exactly, you're right.
It would be a little more fun.
Take the weather factor out of it and just let the 2 teams play. Yeah. I agree.
So predictions, we'll do predictions for that game, and then we'll move on to Bills at Steelers. So with the weather in mind, is it supposed to snow or anything, or is it just supposed to be cold as shit?
I didn't hear snow. Let
me check. While you're talking, Dale, let me check the weather in Kansas City. I'll check for you.
All right, so I'll go ahead and give a prediction, but this is based off of it's not going to be snow or anything like that. It's just going to be cold as shit. But I still think that will affect the overall point scoring where it's not just some crazy shootout. But I don't think it'll be like 3-0, 3-0, 3-3, 6-3. I don't see that with these two offenses. So I'm going to say that the Chiefs win with some late help from the referees like they always get. Chiefs win. Chance of snow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. If you're saying chance of snow, that could change things a little.
No, Saturday. Saturday during the day, 7 degrees, barely cold, cloudy highs 7 degrees. Winds northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday night, -11, bitterly cold, mostly clear skies. Winds WNW at 10 to 15 miles an hour. So, yeah. Bundle up there tomorrow if you're going.
I'm being my toasty ass fucking basement.
But
You're
I'm
right
gonna
here.
go. I'm still gonna go. The Chiefs win on some bullshit.
Right.
I'm gonna call that one 21-17 Chiefs.
Is Taylor Swift going to be there?
I don't know. Probably should be in the damn press box. Like, oh, look at this.
At least 1/2 hour of the show of the game collectively will be Taylor Swift in the box.
Yeah.
Matt says Kansas City 17-14.
Yeah, that's not far off from my thoughts. A 17-14 and 21-17, something in there. I think Kansas City pulls it out. But once again, like the other prediction we had, I hope the Texans win. I hope the Dolphins win. I'd rather see the Dolphins over the Chiefs. But I'm going with my head, and I'm going to say the Chiefs pull it out on some bullshit. And just what I've seen from referees, pull it out late. Derek, welcome in, buddy. We are giving our predictions.
Everybody?
We've predicted this. We've talked about the 2 Saturday games. We gave our predictions. So I'll let you go ahead and catch up and get both of them. Browns, Texans first. What's your score prediction?
Browns Texans, I think that's going to be a pretty high scoring game. I'll say 31-23. 31-23 Texans.
All right. You said,
Chiefs.
I don't give a shit the Browns are the number 1 defense.
Yeah. Nope. Dude, I don't know what it is. There's just something. Dude doesn't play like a rookie. CJ Stroud is incredible, man.
No, he's just
like.
This will be a
I'm
huge
really
test,
happy.
though. Big
Oh,
test.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And then for the Miami Chiefs, the Chiefs Miami game, Dolphins game. I said that really weird. I don't know why. I agree. I think it's going to be a really low scoring game. I'm not betting on the winner on this one. I'm actually betting the under because I think it's like at 36 or 36 and a half, something like that. I think it's going to be pretty low. I'm going to say the ground game is going to be involved on both teams, but the Chiefs are still going to pull it out. I don't see how Miami. They're built to pass it up and down the field. Even though they've got 2 incredible running backs. See, that's what I don't know. I'm going back and forth on it now.
I know. When I thought about the running backs too, it kind of, made me hesitate. But I went with the late game bullshit from the refs that seemed to always happen.
Yeah.
They want more Taylor Swift.
Isn't Mozart
I will
hurt,
say-
right?
Mostert? I think he's all
Mostert?
right.
Yeah.
Man, I thought they said he was hurt.
Where they're injured right now is their defense, and that's what I think is going to be the difference in the game. So I'm going to say 17-14, like you guys said earlier, or I forget whoever it was. I
That
like
was
that.
Matt.
I
It was
like
Matt.
that score. Matt. Okay.
Yeah, Tyler and Matt are new Brew Crew official members via YouTube. So
They joined they became members on
yeah,
YouTube.
we got 3 green people along with Parker in the chat, and I love it.
Yeah, there's some green.
yeah.
We got, Chop loves
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see the green.
I love the green.
A little green to brighten the scene.
That's right. A little green. My wife
Greg, you
finds
said
out we're
that
getting
way
more
too
green.
smooth. Greg, are you low key a butthead? I'll be damned. All right, Greg.
My score prediction, I'm going to go. I think
All
it's
right,
gonna be-
Cheech.
Change the
All right,
subject,
Cheech.
Greg, huh?
Yeah, Cheech. What's your score prediction?
He's gonna be
I'm
chief.
going to go. I think it's going to be a little low scoring just because of the weather and all. I'm going to go 17-14. I think the Chiefs are going to pull it out.
My God, everyone's saying 17. We got 3 17.
You know what? Let
And
me,
a 17-13 from Fiji.
yeah, all right. I'm going to go. I'm going to up it a little bit more. I'm just going to be weird and say 18-9.
18-9.
18-9. You heard it here first.
What the
When
hell?
that score happens, we're all going to be like, God damn,
I'm
Greg.
going 3-2. Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going, Chop? 3-2?
Nah, 24-17. Dolphins. Fins up, motherfucker.
Fins up. But you know what's going to happen now. It's
Well,
gonna
you
be a
just jinxed them. You
34-31
gave them-
blowout.
Well, he gave him the 24-17 that he does with the Bengals, so he jinxed. He
Yeah.
can't do that for another team,
Yeah.
Chop.
What? I can't pick that score?
Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll work out. Isn't that when you hit was in the wild card round when you hit the exact score? 24-17.
It was either the wild card round or it was the last game of the season. It was against the Ravens. I know that.
Yeah. So, all right. So you're
I'm
going
just like
24-17
holding on to the
Fins
fact
up.
that it's got to hit sometime.
I mean, it
He's
doesn't.
spending, he's
You're right,
winning
it doesn't.
$4,500 a year, but he's also spending $4,500 a year to win that $4,500.
Number one's 46, Derek. And wrong. I spent about 6 of it.
All right, we've only covered 2 games in 40 minutes. I mean, I know we bullshitted a lot, but we got 4 more games to go. So,
Oh, we
man,
better get going.
pick up the pace here.
Yeah.
We got the Steelers at the Bills. This one on paper looks like a huge mismatch. Steelers offense is 25th in the league. Their defense is 21st. The Bills offense is 4th, and their defense is 9th. So on paper, and if you just the teams in general, I give a huge edge to my Buffalo Bills. And I don't see how the Steelers win this game. Mason Rudolph, whatever, he's played decent. TJ Watt is being out of this game probably was the slight chance they had, just him wrecking havoc on Josh Allen. But I just find it very hard to find any way the Steelers beat the Bills. So put all your money on the Steelers because they'll probably win, since that's my thoughts. But I don't even think it's close. I think it's like 31-14. Bills beat the ass of the Steelers. I don't even care what the weather is. It doesn't matter. The Bills are
Nobody circles the wagons.
unless the Steelers come out in all white uniforms and throw the Bills off and it's snowing.
No shit, right?
That may be their only chance.
Yeah. That'd be fucked up, wouldn't it, if they come out with all white uniforms?
This
But,
worked last year.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think you're right, man. And you know what? Fuck the Steelers, first of all. And let me just say, I'm not going to go 24-17 here. I'm going to go 72 and then also 3 that the fucking Steelers kick a garbage time field goal.
A 69-point difference if you're
That's
paying
right.
attention.
Yeah.
Fuck the Steelers.
The Bills will
man.
win by
No, wait.
69.
You want to
72
win some money? Go put all your fucking money on that shit, man.
Yeah.
72-3.
Yeah, the Steelers, like I say, man, losing your best defensive player. I mean, dude, I just don't see. Glenn, you're watching this, man. We got your back, bro. I'm going to go 27-7 Bills. And I'm just being nice to the Steelers right there.
Yeah, giving them 7. A pity 7.
You know what?
Fiji
That's
says
way too nice.
Time.
Let's go 27-3. That's real. I was being way too nice.
Garbage time field goal, right?
There
Yep.
you go.
That's right.
Tyler says Buffalo's 13, Steelers 6. Did we all give a prediction? Yeah, we did, didn't we?
I think
All
so.
right.
I didn't, but
You didn't? All right, go ahead, Derek.
I really don't care.
You should-
Bills by a mile.
Yeah.
Bills by
Bills,
a
right.
mile.
Bills a whole lot. The Steelers not a whole lot.
Also,
Yeah.
Derek, garbage time field goal.
No, they're gonna blank them.
Oh, 0. All right.
So I'm guessing that's a 1 o'clock game, which then would put Packers Cowboys around like a 4 o'clock game. I mean, these are not exact times, so I don't have the times in front of me.
Dale, we could get another subscriber.
Yeah, Crip will be agreeing if I'm going to have to go back to that show and reclip it. Greg, can
That's
I do
right.
it? Can I do it for the people? Can I add it back as part of the show where you just rub your nipples?
It could just be our new opening instead of fucking Houday Baby at the beginning. Let's go. It'd be Greg.
Yeah, we don't
Them
need
nips out.
any other video. Just Greg
Just-
rubbing his nipples, and
right,
then
that's
it's
the
like,
whole
it's
start of the show.
showtime, baby.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea, Greg. Greg don't seem to love the idea, hence his silence.
Yeah.
But we should probably do it anyways, right?
Exactly. Life is full of Greg saying, no, I don't think we should do that. And then we do that.
Greg, it might be what finally gets Yoshi on the show.
That's right.
Listen,
If we do it enough
listen, Greg,
times,
there's
he might-
It might actually scare him away, man.
Well,
Yoshi's not
he's
allowed on the
already
show.
avoided me.
Yoshi's not allowed on the show
Literally
because of the TPO, the temporary protective order
That's true.
that he's got on Greg.
Derek, you were going to say something?
I was just going to say there's a Beer Can Titty Guy GIF. There's a Beer Can Titty Guy T-shirt. There's a Beer Can Titty Guy T-shirt of a guy wearing a Beer Can Titty Guy T-shirt.
This
So,
is all true.
For the brand, Greg.
For the brand, Greg.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek
Right.
loves it. He is beer can titty guy now.
I know.
I mean, I got way more publicity as that than the Orange Arrow. So
It's true. No one would buy
Change
an
your
Orange Arrow
Twitter name.
shirt. A lot of people
No.
buy a can titty guy shirt, including me.
I got a beer can titty. I got the motherfucker hanging on my wall.
Exactly.
The
That's
beer
love.
can
He
titty
beats
guy.
to it every night.
That's right. I need to get that picture of Greg in the stands and get him hanging on my wall too.
Sorry,
the one where he's
Greg.
got his fucking ball fro hanging out.
Matt is now a member of on YouTube, so he said the people have spoken.
Well, that's what we do is we put it to our
Sorry,
members.
Greg.
We put it to a vote with our members. So we do have our 3 members here so they can vote whether we should make the opening of the show now from now on with Greg with his shirt off.
It's a great opening.
Yeah.
We get like Elizabeth Blackburn on, and the
Exactly.
show's
That'll
gonna
really,
start.
that'll really sell them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We
All
probably
right,
get
how many more games we got?
Duke
You
Tobin.
probably
We'd
get a lot of
get
free
all.
shirts though, Greg, because people
Mike
send them to
Brown
you.
would probably want to come on, Greg. You could probably interview Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Why not?
He would say, I really like your pie. You've got
Yeah.
nice pie.
You got
Yeah,
a nice
you're-
pie hole.
Your nipples are nice pieces of
Yeah.
pie.
You got very nice nipples.
Oh, I love your nipples, Greg. All right, next game. Packers at Cowboys. I would be leaning toward like Cowboys. I think they're the better team.
Yeah.
But it's the playoffs.
And
Playoffs?
Jordan Love's on fire too.
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Dude, shout out. You
Playoffs?
know what, man? Jordan Love. I just got curious. I looked up his stats. Shout out to Jordan Love. The last couple of years, sat on the bench. Didn't know if he was ready not to be quarterback. You got to give Jordan Love a lot of love right now.
Greg, this is not new for Green Bay. You remember their last quarterback?
I know the
sat on
last
the bench
one
for
with Brett.
years.
I know Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you can't make up the same script as Aaron Rodgers, man. I mean, and then, well, you know what's going to happen? How much you all want to bet Jordan Love in the next 17 or 18 years he's going to be wearing a Jets uniform?
$5.
No, shout out to
And then a
Jordan
Viking
Love, though, man. I mean, everybody thought we're ready to write the Packers off. I were to tell you guys the Packers would make the play. One team between the Packers and the Jets, I think we'd all agree. It would have been the Jets that would make the playoffs. So shout out to Green Bay for a great season with Jordan Love.
Yeah, I'll say.
About 4 plays into the Jets season, I figured they weren't going to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very true as well.
Right.
Jordan Love, though, has been incredible, and I didn't like him that much coming out. So shout out to him, his development, and sometimes, a player like that got to sit and learn behind Aaron Rodgers, and it was a good move on their part, and we all railed on it, and I still don't know that would have been my draft pick, just because I think they cost themselves chances to win Super Bowls.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
old school.
From the time they drafted him till now, they
Right.
might have won a Super Bowl if they had they drafted T. Higgins, Michael Pittman, one of those guys instead of Jordan Love, who's sat on the bench for a long time.
Right.
That's my thoughts on it still to this day. But I'm also like, wow, Jordan Love is more impressive than I thought he would be.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
I
I
agree.
couldn't be more happy. Dale, what were your thoughts on him going into the draft? Were you,
I didn't like him. I didn't like I thought he was too erratic. Like I didn't think he was gonna really translate to the NFL the way he has. But
No, yeah, no.
kudos
but-
to him, kudos to the staff, kudos
Yes.
to the guys, coaching him up. So
Absolutely.
but yeah,
I
go ahead, Derek.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say I actually liked him. Not coming out of the draft, but last year, you could see what they saw. You know what I mean? Like you could see the glimpses, and then the beginning of this year, he didn't start off that great, but you could see the flashes then too. And then he just, like you said, Dale, back half of the year, he freaking absolutely lit it up.
Dale.
All right.
Uh,
Predict. Go ahead with predictions, Derek. I'll let you kick it off. I'll save mine for last. I'm still thinking about this one just because Cowboys playoff history, but I mean, they're a good team. Dak Prescott is a good quarterback.
Yes.
CeeDee
Also-
Lamb, one of the best wide receivers. He's a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL.
And don't forget the storyline about Green Bay and Mike McCarthy.
Yep.
That as
Yep.
well. They should be motivated to want to win that game. And I think the Cowboys just They have a better defense. And they're offensively, they're fifth. Defensively, they're fifth. That's pretty damn good when you're top 5 offense and a top 5 defense.
You're
I think the
absolutely
Cowboys
right.
have a tendency to be good, but they're good up until the playoffs, and then they lay a fucking egg. So this will be a big
I know, but it's a new year, right? You can't. But I also like the history of it. But at the same point in time, I don't know. That's why I'm going back and forth. So, Derek, I'll put you up, and you can give your prediction, whatever else you want to talk about with the game. Thoughts?
All right. So you're absolutely right. They should be ready to serve a little bit of justice here. So I'm going to go 27-21 Green Bay to get back at Mike McCarthy for never getting them that other Super Bowl.
You went the reverse route. I was saying McCarthy for being let go.
No, I'm not a McCarthy fan.
You put your thing down, flipped it, and reversed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cowboys 38 pack. You know what? It's at Dallas, and but Dallas, man, I'll never forget. I don't know if it was last year before where Prescott tried to do something with no time left. I'm like, what are you doing? But I'm going back and forth on this one, man. But if I had to honestly think, I know it's at Dallas, but I think the Packers are going to sneak by, man. I'm going to go 21-20 Green Bay.
Y'all wild as hell right now picking the Packers. I don't even hate it. Like, I love what they did with the tight ends, too.
Right.
They drafted 2 tight ends that we
Oh, don't remind me the one time.
I know. Tucker Kraft,
Stop it.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft makes Greg cry. And then Derek loved Luke Musgrave. So the 2 of you, that was like each of your favorite, like, Bengals.
We had him in the 3rd round. But no, we got Jordan Battle, so I can't cry over that.
But and a guy I really liked, and there's one for me in that rookie class as well, and that's Jaden Reed from Michigan State. He's been incredible for them. And I thought he was going to be a good pro. I really, really liked him. I talked about him quite a bit. He's had a hell of a rookie season. Romeo Dobbs is pretty good. I think Christian Watkins might still be hurt, but Aaron Jones at running back. That offense is damn good. And the defense is it's decent. Like it's not great. They're 17th overall on defense, 11th on offense. So they're middle of the pack type defense overall.
And to have AJ Dillon as their number 2 back.
Yes.
all those accolades, and yet Dallas. Right? I think Dallas is going to win too. I don't think Dallas is going to win it all, but I think Dallas is going to beat Green Bay.
They're going to win this game. And I would agree. It's Jordan Love's first big experience playoff game on the road. That's a lot of pressure. It's a big moment for him, though. And he's a rookie, and he's not a rookie in a way. He's a rookie, playing-wise, but he's not really a rookie for how long he's been in the league. So, but I still just think Dallas. I think they're too good. They're too talented on offense and defense. They're very good on defense this year compared to some other years. And that's without Micah Parsons even dominating the way he dominated the year before. I got to go Cowboys. I don't know. I'll just toss out a score of Cowboys 27, Packers 14. I don't think the Packers can. But if the Packers made it close, it wouldn't surprise me. But I still think the Cowboys win. I just think.
Did you say 27-14?
Yeah.
Well, that might happen because it's all the same numbers as 24-17. It's all the same numbers, just rearranged, right?
Sure, Chop.
So
whatever you say.
I'm gonna stick with 24-17, but I'm gonna put it on the Cowboys. Although I hope that actually I don't hope anything for Green Bay. Fuck both of them. I don't give a shit about Green Bay. I don't like Green Bay, and I don't like the Cowboys, so fuck them both.
You sound just like Sarah. She was telling me the other day, she's like, how can you like Green Bay? I'm like,
I don't mind them either.
Because of Aaron Rodgers.
No, I've always liked Green Bay. I've always had respect for Green Bay.
I'm just glad that I
can't stand Aaron Rodgers.
I'm glad I didn't grow up there because their fucking colors suck. I would hate to wear a goddamn orange. And
I will
fucking
say
green.
this: like, I would never in my life, like, I like the green, but if it was like a light yellow orange, I could not wear like a yellow orange. That's not.
Motherfuckers look like John Deere tractors
Okay.
walking around out there.
Hey, I ride a John Deere
So-
tractor, Chop.
I'll bet the fuck you do.
So,
He has sex with his John Deere tractor. Damn
You know,
it!
yeah, I think my tractor's sexy, Chop.
Yeah, he kills fucking ducks with that tractor.
No, that was the lawn.
all
That
I'm
was
going
a
to say,
that was a Ferris lawnmower.
Oh, Ferris.
Go ahead,
peek
Derek.
behind the curtain here. I went to school at North Adams High School, and our colors are green and gold. So all of our stuff, we don't wear gold T-shirts. We wear yellow T-shirts. So most of my stuff in high school was green and yellow.
Well, no.
So you're gay.
So
That's true.
Madeira, by the way, where I went to, we were we were in blue and gold, but it pretty much looked like yellow also. So I was in the same situation there. Yeah.
Mine was green and white at Harrison, but then I went down to boarding school and it was blue.
And Dale, you're blue and red, right?
Yes, the best American bitches.
Murica.
I do want to shout out CeeDee Lamb though.
Yep.
He got
Yes.
135 passes.
God damn.
That's ridiculous.
First in the NFL, 1,749 yards. Second in the NFL, 12 touchdowns.
You know how I remember CeeDee Lamb is when. Oh, go ahead. But
I
no,
was just going to say, I was looking at those yards today because I wanted to see kind of where Mixon ranked along scrimmage yards.
Yeah, running back.
Christian
What?
McCaffrey got 2,000 yards this year.
God damn.
jeez.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, did he have 1,000 yards receiving and 1,000 yards rushing?
So I didn't look into it that much in depth. I just looked at scrimmage yards.
It's all
but-
purpose yards.
Or all purpose, just because I know the last person, he would have been the first person since Marshall Faulk that one year to do something like that, which wouldn't surprise me if he did. But no, CeeDee Lamb, I'll tell you, I remember him, is when LSU was playing Oklahoma and they when LSU beat the living crap out of them with Joe Burrow in that playoff game. That's how I
Yeah,
remember.
Justin Jefferson got like 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Right, no, like in that first half, Burrow had like 4 TDs and like over 300 yards passing.
Whatever happened to that guy, Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, no shit.
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, who would have?
I've been kind of like Mike Parsons. He had a down year compared. I just thought he was incredible last year. Maybe because we played them, but he did still end up with 64 tackles, 18 tackles for loss, 14 sacks. So he still had a very, very good year.
He's a beast,
and
man.
And he's the type of guy who could dominate a playoff game, and it wouldn't surprise you. He's very talented. So I don't want to I don't want to.
And the Buckeyes got a
sound like
safety
I'm
built
shitting on
just like him.
Yeah, Deron Bland also 9 interceptions. A bunch of those went
9,
back for
yeah.
touchdowns. So
That's insane. That's the record, right?
I think it was touchdowns, wasn't it? Like it was like 5 went back for. I don't know. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
something
that's what it was.
crazy.
He intercepted
Yeah.
9 and took 5 of them back for a touchdown.
Don't quote me on that.
What the fuck,
It's
man?
five, it was 5 or 6.
It was
5 or
so hot.
6.
Yeah.
He got 2 in one game, right?
I might have been. I know he had at least 3 interceptions in a game. Might have took all 3 of them back, if not 2. Yeah.
I remember that game well. It was a night game. I just don't remember the exact specifics.
Yeah, it was like they actually got better once they lost Diggs for the season.
Yeah.
And I know Diggs he made the Pro Bowl and this that, but he gives up a lot of yards. He had a lot of interceptions, but Bland was incredible. All right, moving on to the Sunday night game. Rams at the Lions, as we all said. The Portsmouth Spartans, the Detroit Lions, formerly the Portsmouth Spartans. The Rams got to go up Matt Stafford. He's been there, experienced. Puka Nacua broke the record of Jamar Chase for rookie receiving yards. This is a tough one, man. This is another one where I could see it going either way. Kyren Williams, the running back for the Rams, has been incredible. He was hurt for a while, but before that and after, incredible.
Yep.
Aiden Hutchinson, 11.5 sacks on the season. So Brian Branch was a very good pick for them. 74 tackles, 3 interceptions at safety for Bama. I was surprised as far as he fell in the draft. Amon Ross St. Brown, over 1,500 receiving yards, third in the NFL this season. And then they got the 1-2 punch of David Montgomery, who had 13 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 945 yards, 10 touchdowns. And that's just rushing. So they got a good 1-2 punch. I just don't necessarily trust Jared Goff.
Right.
Is my biggest hang up. Like if I
Sam
give the
LaFleur
edge
was
to
limited
quarterbacks.
today.
And you also have the Matthew Stafford, right? Matthew Stafford going back to Detroit, played there for years.
Yep.
So
Well,
that's
you
a
also got
storyline.
Jared Goff, who got fucking inherited by Sean McVay, who got rid of him after that.
Well, no, I don't know if you guys. Sorry, I had to take a pause for a second. But what's your guys' take on the whole? I don't know if you guys covered this while I was off, but the whole Stafford thing. Like, I heard Matthew Stafford's wife's like unhappy about like telling no Lions fans don't wear Stafford jerseys to that game.
You can't tell people what to wear, but
Exactly.
most of them probably aren't going to wear Stafford jerseys anyways.
What's weird is I
It's
remember
the
when
Lions in the playoffs. They're going
when
to
I
be
was in this-
excited.
when I was at the Super Bowl, and I really remember Eminem talking about this, they were all happy for Matt. They all thought that was their Super Bowl. When the Rams beat the Bengals is when Stafford won the Super Bowl. Now you're rooting against. That's what I don't understand right there.
I remember when Eminem talked about, I sat back with this pack of zigzags and this bag of this weed. It gives me the shit needed to be the most leanest of sea on this earth. And since birth, I've been cursed with this curse to just curse. And just blurt this berserk and bizarre shit that works. And I remember when he said that.
It's
You
the
know,
way
that's
I am.
funny you said that because at that same exact time, right when you were rapping that, my wife texted me that she made me spaghetti for dinner.
Mom's
Hey.
spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
Are your knees weak? Palms are sweaty?
No, my knees are weak as fuck, dude, because I weighed 500 pounds for so many years. They're fucked.
Jesus. But anyways, looking at predictions with some of those keys into that game that we've just discussed, I got to go with my heart on this. I've done a lot of head versus heart. I still go on Lions. Dane Campbell, hell of a coach. He's in the top 3 for me in the running for Coach of the Year, along with Stefanski and D'Amico Ryans that we talked about earlier. I think the Lions pull it out. I'm going to say 24-23.
Chop.
Man, I'm not good at scores. That's why I picked 24.
Yeah, I just make up numbers and just
Yeah,
guess.
I know. That's why I'm just,
it's more
24
about who I think's going to
17,
win.
the Lions. I hope the Lions win. I hope the Lions actually go to the Super Bowl. And I actually hope fucking might as well have the Lions. I want it to be the Lions and fucking Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the Lions to win this game. And I also feel like that it's a huge storyline, Matt Stafford going back to Detroit. But I also think it's just as huge, if not more, of the quarterback who got thrown away for another quarterback that he took to the Super Bowl to go and get revenge on Sean McVay.
Yeah.
He's going to –
Honestly, I
Jared
think-
Goff's going to be pissed off, man, because Sean McVay took over that team. Jared Goff was the quarterback. And then
That's true.
they had issues, and he fucking got rid of him.
I'm gonna go 31-27. It's gonna be close, but I'll go 31-27 Lions.
I honestly think that I think both teams won that deal. Honestly,
Yeah.
when you're looking, because I like what both of them did. I'm on the opposite side y'all are. I'm going 23-20 at the gun Rams.
It wouldn't surprise
I-
me. This is a toss-up to me.
Yeah. A very interesting part of this game is going to be Sam Laporta's health, because I know he's officially questionable for the game. And I
Right.
know
I doubt
their
he plays.
offense changes completely when he's not out there.
That's true. Sam Laporta has been great for them. If he's out, it's
Fuck
huge.
yes, he has.
And if you look at their offensive defensive rankings, this is the closest matchup wise. I mean, Dolphins and Chiefs is close. That's the closest one probably, but the Rams and Lions isn't too far behind. Offensively, the Rams were 7th in the NFL. The Lions were 3rd. Defensively, the Rams were 20th and the Lions were 19th. So, they're not too far off in anything they do, both sides of the ball. Both quarterbacks are susceptible to throwing interceptions. I think that could be the key to the game is who throws the who throws the big interception. It might come down to that. Yep, who wins the turnover battle. Would not surprise me at all if that's a very close game. More so than most of the other ones, that we talked about, especially on the Sunday slate. I could see the Bills demolishing the Steelers, and I could see the Cowboys beating the Packers pretty handily. But then that Sunday, I think that's why it's the Sunday night game. I think the Rams-Lions will be a close game. A lot of storylines like we talked about too.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on from that one, there's a Monday game.
That's right.
Eagles at the Buccaneers. And this one, coming into this season, you would say, well, it's Baker Mayfield versus Jalen Hurts.
Right.
The Eagles are going to stomp the shit out of them. At one point, the Eagles were looking like, well, damn, they're going back to the Super Bowl in the NFC. They look great. And then they've lost 4 or 5 straight games? I think it might be 5.
Yeah, and Jalen's hurt too. Jalen's hurt.
No. Did I read this correctly? The Eagles are ready to fire their head coach after just getting them to the Super Bowl.
Sirianni, there's a lot of people disappointed with him. They are talking if he doesn't win, if he loses this
Philly.
game, that it could be, yeah.
It's Philly. They fucking threw snowballs at fucking Santa Claus.
Exactly.
Philly.
Exactly.
But if they do lose to Tampa Bay, there's going to be some shit going down in Philly.
Some heads will roll. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if the head coach will, but I think there will be some changes.
But score prediction. You know what, man? I'm just so happy for Baker right now. And hey, guess what, guys? The Buccaneers won their division. They had the same record as the Bengals.
Yeah, that's right.
But
I saw that meme. It said these teams got the same record. One won the division, and the other one is the last place in their division.
But you know what, though? I guess I should say the Eagles. Maybe this will start a fight. But you know what? I'm going to go with the Bucs. What the hell? 21-17.
24-17. Bucks. I want to pick the Bucks, man.
Me too.
I don't have anything against them. They got a goddamn fucking pirate ship that they shoot off cannons, and so I like the Buccaneers. And Philly's fucked up, man. They're fucking hurt, and Jalen Hurts is also hurt. Is he questionable? Is he 100% playing? I mean, he'll probably play, hurt or not, but he is hurt.
Derek,
he's got an issue. He's got an issue with his right index finger, his throwing finger. I'm almost positive they said he's playing.
He'll play.
But as far as his health, I don't know. Anytime you have a finger injury as a quarterback, that's a huge issue.
Right. You have to use your fingers to throw the ball.
Yeah. I'm still going to take the Eagles, though, because I just don't see, first of all, fuck Baker Mayfield. I still don't like him. Not because he's a Browns quarterback, because he was an asshole when they went to Ohio State and played against us. So
I'll say this, Derek. It was pretty cool seeing when the Browns were playing. When he was with the Browns, they were playing the Niners, and Nick Bosa got revenge on him for waving the flag. I thought that was hilarious.
Yep, that was great. But yeah. I'm going Eagles. I'm going Eagles on a low-scoring game. I think they're going to run the ball a lot. Both teams are. I might even say take the under on A.J. Brown's receiving yards. But I'm going to say 2017. I know it's not that low, but.
By the way, did you guys see this about the I want to go back to the Bills quickly. They're calling for fans saying, you want to help for the game? And we need help for shoveling snow. So anybody out there in Buffalo right now, you know, get your shovels ready.
Yeah,
if I mean, if I was a Bills fan right now and if I was working right now, I wouldn't be able to help because I'd be at work plowing snow right now. Thank God I don't have to. But
I wouldn't be able to either because fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're asking anyone age 18 and over with proper working papers interested in shoveling snow inside the stadium to come to Highmark at 10 p.m. tomorrow night and be part of the team to get the venue ready for the hometown Bills playoff game. Yeah, 10 p.m. tomorrow night.
How much they paying, Greg?
That is a great question, Shop. Here, let me see. Shovelers can shovel snow throughout the night on Saturday morning if needed. The rate of pay is $20 per hour.
Let's go.
Oh, no, get this. Complimentary food and breaks will be provided throughout the shifts in the comfortable, warm area. Those interested in shoveling must have proper photo identification. Hey, I just got my driver's license renewed, so this is perfect.
Let's go.
But Chop, you have to dress appropriately, though.
Well, fuck it.
So are they gonna pay for a hotel room or?
And to bring their own. You have to bring your own shovel, guys. Just so you know.
Hey, we'll just boondock in the Walmart parking lot.
Well, no, shovels will be provided, but if you can, bring your own shovel. But shovels will be provided. Shovelers may enter and park in Lot 6 off Abbott Road and proceed to the office trailer. All shovelers are encouraged to click the link below to register. All right, so guys, let's all go to Buffalo and shovel some snow.
Did they give us tickets to the game?
Probably not, but hey, guys, from a guy that's plowed snow for years, I have no problem teaching you guys how to shovel, although I'm used to using a machine, but it's quite easy. You just
Dale, while you were gone, we all decided to go to Buffalo and shovel snow.
Yeah, so Dale, in Buffalo.
I know how to shovel snow, Greg. I don't need to be taught how to.
Well, no, Dale. Not a shoveler like me. You're not a shoveler like I am, man. I know how to shovel properly. Problem is, though, one time I was shoveling on a thing of trailers one time. I was zooming through the trailers on the wood, but see, there was this dent in this wood, and the edge of the shovel hit me in the nuts, and it hurt like hell.
Well, I'm not driving in snow to get there.
We did.
Yeah, let's do it, Dale. It's $20 an hour,
Yeah.
and you get breaks and complimentary food. We could get buffalo wings from the place. You know how Glenn is always tweeting the buffalo, the pizza, and the wings. Let's just go, man. Come on, $20 an hour.
How old you got to be?
18 and older with working papers.
So first of all, I've got overtime at work. So if I want to make a lot more than $20 an hour, I can just drive an hour to work.
Rich.
When we all could drive it, it'll be worth the drive.
Wow, Derek, you're rich.
Anyway,
apparently.
carpool.
We can carpool.
Yeah, we'll all
Man,
carpool
when we get
together.
there, I'm gonna get some of that fucking pizza and wings.
I know, man. I'm so tired of
on
seeing.
Twitter.
I'm so tired of seeing it, and it's like, oh, it's in Buffalo. So no, but Glenn, man, if we ever get out to Buffalo, you're definitely taking us around to show all the good pizza and wings, buddy. But yeah, no, Glenn, man, are you going to be shoveling snow tomorrow? Is the question, buddy.
Yeah, if you're watching with TikTok Tyler and who else was it you said, Greg? If they're watching,
I forget.
Well, first of all, happy birthday to TikTok Tyler.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Right.
We already said that,
We
Derek.
gotta get
You're
that
late.
out.
that was at the beginning of the show where you didn't think it was important to be here.
It was
Yeah,
important to be here. I just couldn't get out of work.
Yeah. Thank God, though, because they were showing snow a couple days ago. So thank God the snow shifted to Chicago. I don't have to worry about any of that crap.
So what'd you guys predict?
For the Bills game, you know what? Wait, no.
We are already past.
No, I know. Calm your tits, Derek.
Uh-oh.
My titties are not calm.
Yeah.
They are beer can titties.
Yeah. Titties, yeah.
So, for the Monday night game, I don't even remember who's playing the Monday night. We got talking about shoveling snow.
Eagles
the
at
Bucs
the
and
Buccaneers. I'm going
Eagles.
Eagles.
I said,
Even though they've
Eagles.
lost 5 in a row, I think Philly will pull it out.
I said Eagles 2017. Eagles over Tampa.
I went with the Bucks.
All right.
24-17.
I don't even care about a score.
No.
Paul is way late. He was watching Spill the Sauce with T and Jamar. I don't know what that is, but it sounds entertaining.
Yep.
And I popped up a mock draft here
Yeah.
because why
So-
not?
Why not, right? Can I ask you guys a quick question?
You just did.
What would you say if? Oh, okay. What would you
That's
say
true.
if I told you Mixon was ranked top 12 in the entire NFL in yards from scrimmage?
I would say it. Are you talking for running backs?
for all
For wide receivers?
wide receivers and running backs.
Yeah. Well, good for him.
I want
Yeah.
Mixon back next year.
I'm fine with him coming back as well. I thought he had a solid season, and hopefully we run the ball more. Him, Chase Brown, and maybe you also draft a rookie for the future at some point.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be early, obviously.
Yep. I'm thinking the same thing. I did a mock draft yesterday, and that's kind of I had the same sentiments.
All right, so we look here. Laiatu Latu from UCLA, 13th overall on this board, available. J.C. Latham and Talais Fuaga available. I mean, this is a pretty good scenario here. Terry and Arnold, I actually been working on corners. I have him as corner 1, so he's available. D tackles, we see our guys already going in Jerson. Jatavion Sanders at tight end available. Rome Odunze is available. The 10th ranked player on this board, the highest rated player. This one's interesting. There is a ton of talent. If you just literally look at the top 4 players, well, top 6, take out Michael Penix is the 5th on this board. But I would honestly be happy with Rome, Latu, Latham, Fuaga, or Arnold on this team. I think it's
What's
a good
the difference
scenario.
between Latham and Fuaga, Dale?
I have Fuaga a little better. They're both big, powerful dudes, and they both played right tackle. I really like both of those guys. I'd be fine with either one to come in, and I think they could start year 1. Mims was already off the board. Some people like Mims' upside, but he hasn't played near as much. So
Mims is the one I like.
I mean, he is huge. He has all-pro upside, But I think Latham and Fuaga come in year 1 and give you a better chance to go to the Super Bowl, if that makes sense.
Do they?
Mims is a bit more unknown.
I think honestly, when you're looking at right tackles, can you give us Jonah Williams plus? And if you can give us what Jonah's given us at right tackle, and plus a little bit, then I'm all for it. So are any of these guys that style? Now, obviously, they're all bigger, but I mean, as far as, do you see them having that upside?
I mean,
Get out to me, man. I start getting in the draft after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I like Fuaga and I like Latham. The question here, Tyler says, if T doesn't come back and sign before the draft, we draft a wide receiver in round 1. If Rome's there at 18, it's definitely possible. He's my wide receiver 3. He's right behind. Harrison's going probably top 5. I think Neighbors don't make it out of the top 10. Rome might not make it to 18, but in this scenario, he's on the board. He'd be in play if it wasn't for the fact that I just think what we're going to do is tag T, and he's going to be here next year.
Yep.
So if he's going to be here, I don't think the wide receiver is in play this early.
No.
And I don't think Jonah's going to be here from what he said, and I think he'll get good money on the open market. Right tackles have been getting paid.
Yep.
I think he'll get paid even though Bengals fans don't necessarily love him. His PFF grades were very poor this year. So I think the right tackles are probably most in play. I like Latu. That's fun to say. From UCLA. He had some injuries, but he came back the last 2 years, showed he was healthy. He almost quit football, but he's back. He's phenomenal.
Why did he almost quit?
The injuries.
Okay.
He was almost medically forced to retire from football, but he's come back and been productive at UCLA for 2 years, so it's not really as much of a question now.
Is that not a knock on him going into the league though?
It's a knock. It's a knock. You have to be comfortable with his medicals, and the teams will do all that and check all that over and over and much in depth, and we won't know before the draft.
Do you think that he'll be at the combine?
I would imagine. I mean, he was healthy.
Well, if he's healthy, I think. I mean, you're going to get those medicals. There will be. I think they will hear something, or we will hear something about it between now and the draft.
Right. But I mean, individual teams also do their own too. Like he'll have a lot of visits, probably a lot of medical checkups, and even if they check him at the combine, there's like checkups on it, everything too. So, but either way, I think this comes down to Latham and Fuagu.
I think so too.
I say we take Fuaga because I've got him as like a top 10 to 12 player. I think he's just plug and play, mean, nasty, strong hands. Some questions as a pass blocker, but honestly, not that many. He's just solid all around. But he's definitely been more of a run blocker. But I think we should run the ball more. So I'm not like opposed to it.
Right.
So you guys good with that pick?
Oh yeah, I'm good with it.
I'm cool with that.
And as we wait here, that was our pick 18, Talise Fuagu, right tackle, Oregon State. Second round, you guys want J.J. McCarthy, obviously.
Yeah.
Quarterback. I'm not super high on him, but some people have him going top 15. Greg,
I
I know you
saw
like
that.
Tyler Newbin, the safety. Got a couple linebackers, Cooper, Trotter at the top of the board. We'll look from SC at
What do we
safety as
go
well.
look at the tackles one
But,
time?
but,
What do we
but
got?
you know what, Dale? But like, I thought about what you said, man. It's like, he's intriguing, and I'm sure he could be a good player. But like you said, you kind of want a veteran presence in there. I mean, but if they go safety, I'm not going to complain. But like but like you said, Dale.
Yeah. In this scenario, like I just curious the offensive tackles. Yeah, that's a huge drop off at offensive tackle.
Yeah.
So I think we took an offensive
Good
tackle.
thing we got Fugazi early.
Because I wouldn't take any of these other guys till the third round or later.
Yeah.
The next crop, the top three there, I wouldn't take till the third round. But if I'm looking at D line, man, Byron Murphy here, which is a suggestion, they've got him ranked 54 overall, but I've seen a lot of first round love for him.
Yeah.
He's the guy that plays beside Tavondre Sweat. Tavondre Sweat's more the big run stuff for Byron Murphy's more pass rusher, 3-down player. He had an incredible season for Texas, but it was more this one. He's a 1-year starter, is a little bit of the knock. But I think Byron Murphy, like this would be a slam dunk first 2 rounds.
Yeah, no, I'd take him. But that'd be my pick, right?
Let me ask you this, just as a LSU homer, Dale. I know that it's not a good value to take Wingo in the second round, but what's the knocks on him if you waited if he's available in the third?
Run defense. Him and Mason Smith. Mason Smith is first guy off the bus, man. Who's right below Murphy on this list. I know you said Wingo. They're both from LSU.
Yeah.
Both D tackles from there, and they both were poor run defenders this season.
Okay.
And Smith comes with a lot of injury concerns, but man, Smith is like 6'6", like 290. He is a monster.
I'm assuming Sweat was already off the board.
Yeah, Sweat's off the board in this scenario. So I mean, looking at just Byron Murphy just stands out.
What about corner? Look at corner for me real quick.
So corner, there. TJ Tampa, I like. Enos Rakestraw is getting a lot of first round love from Missouri. I have him as a first round guy too. I got TJ Tampa as like second round, mid second. Enos Rakestraw is late first, early second round. He's just a good all around player. He is a physical tackler, and that's what I really like about him. Because I think you have to do both now as a corner in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, he seems like an AFC North kind of guy too.
So while I like that, we need D line, man. We need D line.
Yeah.
We need D line.
Yeah.
Take Brandon Murphy.
Byron Murphy from Texas. That's our pick. It's a no-brainer, honestly. Fuaga and Murphy, man. If that was our first 2 rounds,
dude, I'm going to be both sides of the trenches.
So we nailed the first 2 rounds. They're still I like Tyler Davis and I like Dwayne Carter on this list of D tackles. I wouldn't even hate doubling up second, third round.
Do it. I'd do it.
Well, I'm not going to in this scenario. But then we start looking man, Jeremiah Trotter, I have him as a first-round linebacker, and I'm not super high on needing a linebacker because we have our 2 starters in place, but they struggled a bit. And if a guy this talented falls to the third round, That's in the conversation. Travion Henderson, he hasn't announced from Ohio State running back if he's coming back or not. Blake Corum will be in the draft, not super explosive, gets the job done. Jonathan Brooks, I actually like Brooks better than Corum. So Brooks down there from Texas would be good. DJ James at corner, I still got to watch him more. He's on the list to watch this upcoming week. Cooper Beebe would be a great guard, but the way Volson played, I'm not seeing that as like a huge need. And we still have Kappa for 2 years right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm investing at guard this early. I'm really looking at, do you take a running back or do you take the linebacker or do you take a corner here?
Well, Dale, if we took Travion Henderson, would you be happy with him?
He hasn't declared yet, but if he comes out in the draft, yes. I have Trey Benson, number 1 from Florida State, and I got Travion Henderson, number 2 running back in this class.
I think
if I get that in the 3rd round, I'd love it.
So you think that there's
Whiteout?
Yeah, Whiteout's good to look at here too.
Yeah.
So check it out. We got Jermaine Burton from Bama, decent, solid. This is around where I have these guys too. Malachi Corley from Western Kentucky. I think he's going to be in the Senior Bowl, so I'm excited to see him. Ricky Pearsall from Florida had a really good season. Brendan Rice, Roman Wilson. Man, all those wide receivers would be in the conversation here. But just thinking T's back, I don't think it would be something I would probably wait, honestly. There's just better overall players at other positions still on the board. I mean, Jeremiah Trotter is a fucking beast at linebacker. To me right now, thinking Travion Henderson might come back to OSU because JT Tuimoloau came back, Buka came back, Sawyer, Tyleik Williams. They had so many guys.
Everybody,
Denzel Burke. Yeah, a ton of guys have came back to school. I think they're loading up, wanting to get better, wanting to actually beat Michigan, try to play for a championship. That's their goals. Not that it'll happen, but that's their goals. So I think Henderson might come back to school, especially with NIL money. He could probably get paid.
Yeah, it's a little different now.
Yeah. So this to me comes down to Cooper Beebe at guard, Blake Corum, or Jonathan Brooks. I would probably go Brooks at running back. DJ James at corner, Trotter at linebacker.
Do you think, Dale, it's Texas is starting to become running back university now all of a sudden?
I mean, they put out some good running backs, obviously. Yeah. Had 2 last year that translated well to the
All right, I'll take your word for it, Dale.
But still, if Mixon's back and what we've seen from Chase Brown, I'm not like, I'm going to pass up on better talent in the 3rd round.
Right.
To take a running back here.
You like DJ James?
It's a guy I got to watch more.
Oh, you got you got him on the list.
I have him as like a second. He probably goes in the 2nd round, honestly. We're in the.
I mean, I think corner would be a good pick here, to be honest.
No, I thought about that too, but is there a corner really worth? What that guy from Auburn? What you take on him?
That's who he just asked. So I like him.
He's going to watch tape on
him
this
this
week.
Next tier of corners is kind of similar to the next tier I have. And that's what I like about this draft place is because it's a consensus board. So a lot of that's from a lot of different places. But I don't know. I think James would be a good pick, but, man, I keep seeing Trotter. But I'm fine with taking James, honestly, because let's take James.
All right.
Well, I think we're hitting needs. This is hitting needs and value in this draft.
Man, I'm going to have to dip out. I'm going to have to dip out on the draft, though. I got to go get ready for work.
All right, buddy.
I love you guys, and make sure you pick someone from LSU.
I will.
I'm just fucking around.
Like Matt said, Trotter.
Well,
I would have a hard time because I have him as a 1st-round talent. If Trotter was there, I would honestly, if it was just me, I would take Trotter. But James is a good consolation prize.
I tweeted Glenn Goodberry. Do you want to help shovel snow? And he said no, thanks.
Of course not. He's going to the game, man. He's ready to just drink and have a good time.
Exactly. All right. Oh, here we go, Dale. Rod Moore, my safety right here, buddy.
See, as Fiji said, though, as well, I think you'd have to take Trotter there.
No.
Kind of like battle. I agree. I agree with you guys, but let's go the corner route to hit the needs. But now if we just go look at a lot of people like Junior Colson, he would be the only guy, honestly, looking at the ones below him there. Jalen, actually, I am a lot higher on Jalen Ford than this board. So Jalen Ford honestly would be my top guy at linebacker. I wouldn't hate that pick, but where he's ranked, you might get him in the 5th. We haven't looked at tight end. There's Cade Stover. There's Bryson Nesbitt. There's Ben Sinnott. I'm high on Stover. Is definitely in that conversation here.
So Dale, give me what does Stover bring to the table?
Good, solid pass catcher. He's decent in the run game. He's not overly explosive, but he's got a pretty good catch radius. He's good at high pointing the ball. He makes plays.
Okay,
he's been a defensive lineman. He's been a linebacker. He's been he's moved all around. So I still think, even though he's a little bit older, he's already 24 years old. So that's some of these guys come in, they're 21, 22. So that's with Stover. I like Marquise Irving, Bucky Irving. Bucky's his nickname, the running back from Oregon. And I do like Rod Moore, Greg, the safety from Michigan you mentioned.
Rod Moore. And I remember. And
Audric Estime from Notre Dame, running back. So there's a lot of good players on the board.
Rob Moore, I don't know if you remember, that was a receiver for the Arizona Cardinals, too, way back in the 90s. But no, I like, hey, let's keep going with the Michigan defensive backfield, bud.
Well, let's not. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. And I think we might have taken him last time.
All right.
But we took Stover last time. Damn it. All right, let's go Moore. We'll go Moore at safety, and maybe they use Dax Moore as a Swiss Army knife, but at the same point in time, I don't know, man. Dax is frustrating for a first-round guy. Derek, I know you love him.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts here?
Goodberry is really, really, really high on Dax as far as a box safety. And, I kind of agree with him. So maybe if we can get this guy here, we can kind of move Dax to where his more comfortable role.
It's just hard for me to pass Stover in the 4th round.
Yeah.
I think he's
how I feel about Stover.
3rd round guy, but I also have Rod Moore, which I'm going to dive deeper into safety to see if I like him that much. But I've got Rod Moore as a 2nd or 3rd round guy, and we're here in the 4th round. So I don't expect, honestly, this to play out this way.
Yeah.
But Rod Moore or Cade Stover.
Cade Stover last year. So.
All right, Rod Moore or Cade Stover. Greg, pick one.
Stover. Let's go with the tight end.
Derek?
I'm all for it.
All right. We can't pass Stover. In the 4th round, I think.
Dale, you and I, but we all know they would have taken Rod Moore. They're not going to take the tight end. I don't know where their draft board is, but.
And Greg, like I told you, I still want a veteran safety. If anything, give me a veteran. I don't want another rookie that it's maybe he can.
No, exactly. That's what I remember what you told me. Yeah, you made a good point right there.
So to me, hopefully safety is already addressed in free agency and let Dax, go to a role that he likes better. But I'm loving this draft so far.
Yeah.
And if you still want safety, James Williams, more of a box safety, linebacker type. Johnny Dixon at corner I like, but we already took a corner. Pratt at backup quarterback. If Browning wouldn't have showed, I would have been all for Michael Pratt. This one's interesting.
Ooh, Spencer Rattler. Man, remember when he was supposed to be the top pick a year or two ago? Everybody thought he was going to be one of the next chosen one, and didn't work out.
He was. Yeah. He was the next Johnny Manziel.
He was.
I am not loving what's left here. Edge, I'm looking at edge. I'm not loving what's on the board at edge at all. We never took a linebacker. Oh, Jalen Ford's there. You guys don't know a lot about Jalen Ford. He's not suggested. He's at 175. This almost seems a reach. We got 174 pick coming up. But I'm telling you, Jalen Ford goes in the first 3 rounds in real life. So I'm going Jalen Ford. You give me a C+ all you want on this mock draft simulator, but that would be a great pick. We're losing a ton of guys at linebacker. We haven't drafted one yet. To get him in the 5th round, that's a home run. It's a home run pick.
Yeah.
All right, now running back here, Marshawn Lloyd from USC, 2nd on the board. He's good. He's damn good. Jawar Jordan, really good. Just added to the Senior Bowl roster today. But Marshawn Lloyd from USC, he's really standing out. We haven't taken a wide receiver either. But when I look at the wide receivers here, I'm not loving it. Malik Washington, I don't have him that high. Prather. I like Aeneas Williams a bit. Tej Johnson down here, speedster, but he actually went back to Oregon, so he shouldn't be on here. You could get Christian McCaffrey's brother, Luke, from Rice.
Hey, I got to get my kids, guys. I
All right,
gotta
buddy.
dip out, but I do like Luke McCaffrey though. I do like him a lot.
Man, if we wanted to double up at D tackle Dwayne Carter.
No,
All right,
Dick,
Derek, see you, buddy.
It seems
See you
like
guys.
see you, Derek. It seems like it's a very deep D class in rounds 2 to 4, correct?
Yeah,
So that's one good thing to look at.
I agree. That's like I would almost double up, and I'm higher on Carter than some
No,
people.
do
He
it,
had a
man. No,
down
I'm
year,
with
but the year before he had 8 sacks at Duke.
No, Dale, just do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it, man. Double up, man. Dale, we have to start all over on the interior D line. Just do it.
Yeah, obviously, I would like to get more of a better player against the run because both of these guys are more pass rush,
Well,
tech type guys. But
Well, Dale, look at it this way, man. Larry Ogunjobi, man. I mean, how many times do we have? Gosh, we had so many chances. We never could replace him. Look at it this way, man. You have two chances. See if you can find that
Exactly.
replacement.
I agree, and I love everything about Carter. Like he is a leader. He's like a 2 to 3 year captain.
Right,
His
dude.
tape's really good. Like I said, he had I think 1 sack this year, which was mind boggling because he had 8 last year. But just a very very good defensive tackle, high character leader. He does a bunch of things like community wise. That's a guy you want in the locker room.
That's the locker room
ability.
guy,
So,
dude. Then no debate right there, buddy.
Yeah, but that's why I went Carter.
All right, so where we at now?
We are at pick 195. Got 3 picks left.
Should we go corner again?
I don't think we'll double at corner. Barron is a guy I want to watch more. He's a Senior Bowl guy too. We haven't taken an edge, but once again, I don't love the edges here. But
Well, no,
maybe-
I don't know any of these guys. Your answers, I trust you, but I obviously don't double up on running backs. Oh,
well,
Dylan, that would have been perfect. Corey
we
Dillon,
don't-
Washington.
we don't have a running back.
We don't have dude. Let's do this, man. Corey, if you're watching, we're taking your boy Dylan.
We don't have a running back, and we don't have a receiver. So Cody Schrader is very good too from Missouri. He transferred to Missouri this year. I think he was an All-American at Missouri as a running back.
Right.
So
What about
him or Johnson would be in the conversation. Johnson had some injuries, but tough as nails. He obviously didn't have a great game in the.
What about Frank Gore Jr.? What do you obviously could he be?
I'm lower. I think he's a 7th round guy. Rasheen Ali, I'm a little higher
Right.
on. He's a Senior Bowl guy too from Marshall.
right.
I think he's rated lower here than what he'll go in the draft.
Right.
But I'm cool. Let's
Let's
go
hey,
Washington running back.
Let's go. Did the name Dylan in Washington?
Yeah.
Good track
With
record.
the name Dylan. Yeah.
Our
Like,
boy Dylan.
All right. Now we'll have fun with it, right? We don't have a receiver yet. We got Christian McCaffrey's brother, former quarterback, Luke McCaffrey from Rice. I think he's got a ton of upside.
Hey,
at worst, he's going to be a solid player. you know?
Henderson's back at Ohio State. He just said he's coming back.
There you go. Boom.
There,
The final
yeah,
one.
there you go.
So take him off the board. And that's I thought he was leaning that way, especially considering all the guys that went back from the same recruiting class. I think it was like a decision pretty much from most of that class to, hey, we're going to go back. But let's take McCaffrey here and let's wrap this up.
Let's do this.
So there's a receiver. And, yeah, Tej Johnson's going back to Oregon. So I seen something about Tej Johnson
Right.
as I'm flipping back and forth here. I think that would be a great pick if he was coming out.
Dale, this is kind of this will never happen. Should we just draft a punter to draft? We're going to bring in someone off free agency, but should we just draft another punter?
Greg, I don't know anything about this punter class yet. This kid is rated 323 overall.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
But I don't know yet. I can't.
No, I got you.
Double up at tight end. I mean, Brevin Spain Ford is 6'7". He wasn't very productive this year, but
yeah, man. I mean, we'd be lucky to draft one tight end. No, I'm
exactly.
not.
Let's not push it.
No,
right?
I'm not trying to disagree with you. I mean, I'm off.
No, I agree.
But it's not going to happen. We'd be lucky to draft one tight end.
Yeah, I agree. We never took a safety, but I don't love any. Jalen Carlisle from Missouri would be probably. He's highest tier. I think I have him like 5th round. So that wouldn't be a terrible pick. And if nothing else, he's going to come in and play safety, compete in the room, right?
Right.
Let's do it. Let's finish it out, man. I love this draft.
Dude, Dale, I got to read up on more, but I trust your instincts, man. Let's do this.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
no,
DJ James, I don't know for sure. I got to watch more on him. But I've watched Fuaga, I've watched Murphy, I've watched Sover, like those 3 out of those top 4, and then Jalen Ford, DJ James. I mean, initial thoughts on them, very high.
Dale, are we going to get any extra? Like, since we lost Jesse Bates, are we going to get any picks or no?
Yeah, which I think they have that put in here. But we signed Orlando Brown, so we don't get like a 3rd for Bates.
Right. But still, Bates played at an all-pro level. I mean, we got to get at least a 4th, right?
No, we don't get anything for that. It cancels it out.
Oh, okay.
I think we get maybe they haven't announced these yet.
Okay.
The projection is that we get like a 5th for like Von Bell or something.
Right.
And then I think we get like another 7th.
Well, I'll tell you this, Dale, is wherever the new Carolina Panthers coach is, he comes in, he says, look, we're front loading a lot of money to Von Bell. I'm not interested. Dude, Dale, I pick up that phone in a heartbeat if Von Bell gets cut.
I agree. I
100%.
mean, that would solve we're talking about a veteran.
Yeah, veteran presence, and Dale also, he was calling the plays too. Like the safety, I used to never think too highly of safety, but I think it's like a catcher in baseball. They see the entire field. They know what's going on. I mean, I used to always, I shouldn't say ignore safety, but it's like, dude, man, you got to value it now.
Well, Bell was a leader. They talked. He gets up at 4:30. He's working out. He had a bunch of the other guys in there working out extra, doing this and that.
No, exactly. But also another thing I want to say before we head out of here, Willie Anderson's getting close to Hall of Fame voting, and we had Corey Dillon on not too long ago, and he made a great speech about getting Willie in. I mean, I know people are out there putting stuff out. Like, you got Warren Sapp, Michael Strahan, Dale. Think you and I agree those are 2 of the best. I mean, I grew up watching both of them, all pros at their level. I mean, got to get Willie in the Hall of Fame, man. This has to happen. This has to be done.
Yeah. The sad part is that there's not a lot we can do. We can share stuff and this and that, but at the end of the day, he's got to be voted in, out of our control. But he should have been in a long time ago. It's very unfortunate. To me, he's still one of the best tackles in right tackles in football ever.
Yes.
If not the best. I mean, he was the best by far the time he came through the league that had ever been.
Right.
Now, we've seen some damn good right tackles. It's become more important in the NFL. But Willie was great already. And he was durable, and he was a leader, and just everything he did on and off the field, but more importantly, on the field. And Corey Dillon rushing the ball and the records that he was able to break, on some bad Bengals football teams. There's no reason that Willie Anderson should not be in the Hall of Fame. And I don't want him to have to just keep waiting year after year. He should be in.
Yes.
I hope this is the year too.
Absolutely. Let's hope so. Hey, fingers crossed.
Yes, for sure. But thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you. It's kind of an NFL wild kind of Friday NFL preview. Sucks not being in the playoffs. We'll be back next year. And then the mock draft, just toss that in for fun. Why not? It's Friday, right?
Absolutely.
And I've been doing a ton of stuff on the draft.
Right.
Because we did that last mock, and I'm like,
right.
I think it was Crip called me out. Like, gotta get shit together, Dale. I've spent countless hours, man, deep
No, hey,
diving
do what
into
you
these
do what you
guys.
love, buddy.
And I
Do what
enjoy
you-
it. I love
No,
it.
I love draft. Dale, I watch draft for years. I get more excited for the draft than Christmas, man. That's true to that, buddy.
It's hope, man. It's fun.
Exactly.
So, thank you all. Thanks to everybody, especially I'd like subscribe to the channel. That's the subscribe, but then done the extra, like whatever it's called, as a member of the channel. That's awesome. Anything extra you guys want, like DM me, because you're giving us a few bucks a month to do that, and that's huge, man. We appreciate it so much. So, well, Greg, appreciate you being on here with me. It's Good Friday.
Happy
You said
Friday.
you gotta get a hair. You're getting a haircut soon.
Well, Dale, I was kind of wanting to keep it a secret, but I'm gonna try something new in the works that I've already told my barber.
I don't know about this. How can you say keeping it a secret? I don't know about it. I just heard you saying that as I was clicking the thing. You were like, I got a haircut. And then I clicked the thing.
So I got something coming up soon.
Yeah. And we got to get Naked Greg. So Crip will also be a green member. Come on, Greg. The people want it.
No comment.
They're becoming members.
No comment.
That's not a no, everyone, by the way. That's not a no. But love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Brew Crew for life. Who day, baby?
Who day?
Go.